Hey, what up? Appreciate you. Man, what up? Shout out to everybody coming through right now. This and every Sunday. I'm here this and every Sunday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. It's the warm-up, baby. Designated Reports weekly NFL pregame show hosted by me, Jay. I go by the name of J. J. Find me on IG individually at JDOT.JPG. When I say hi back. People flooding in. I appreciate that. Man, if you're not already following Designated Report, follow DR, baby, and everything that we're doing. Dan Cassaz, what up? Man, we went loud today. The whole show's loud. You know the show. I'm yelling. The music be loud. Topics a little loud. I show a little love, but the show keeps it real, too. Fantasy, a little harsh reality, some shade. Man, you know how we like to do it. Shout out to everybody watching from Kobe LC's birthday party. I see you, the big one. It's the big one. I'm sorry I'm late. I was a little ashy. I said I am not going on camera to create a viral moment in a bad way. Not doing that. You know how we like to start TNF? This was a good game. If you weren't invested in either team, right? If you didn't want to have that heart attack. If you aren't a fan of either of those teams, what a game. What a game. Neither of these teams could beat the Lions, right? But the Steelers beat the Bills and Baltimore. Minnesota beat Green Bay, so you really can't call it. And these teams are playing each other. So what was this game going to be? I'll tell you what. The Vikings scored 23 in the first half. Steelers scored 28 in the second half. Dalvin Cook was running through some of the biggest holes I've ever seen. He went off. I mean, the Steelers had a chance to win it on the final play. Big Ben, vintage, threads the needle to who else but a tight end. Ball was knocked out, falls to the turf, and that's it. The Vikings now 6-7 need to win their final four games against the Bears, Rams, Packers, and Bears again to have a shot at the playoffs. Cooked. Vikings are cooked, no Dalvin. Pittsburgh 6-1, finished against the Titans, the Chiefs, the Browns, and the Ravens. I don't think they win more than one of those games. So it's farewell to Big Ben. And I hope in the time remaining that he gives us some vintage moments to remember him by, right? I know I just came back, but I'm going right back out because it's quick ones. A couple quick ones. I'm not ready to leave Thursday Night Football just yet because I want to talk about this dude. The Steelers would have had time to run an additional play, maybe two plays at the end of that game, if it weren't for Chase Claypool celebrating. Let me explain. Fourth down, no timeouts. Pittsburgh converts on a pass to Chase Claypool. They got to get up. Clock it. He's too busy doing exactly what he's doing right here. Yeah! First down, let's go! Bro, there's 30 seconds left in the game. And you're celebrating. His own lineman had to rush him to try to get the ball out of his hands. Ball rolls around. By the time they finally clocked it, 13 seconds elapsed. That's a play or two. That's a shot or two when they were right there. So if you're a Steelers fan, you got to be sick. Something_clever93 said exactly what I'm about to say. Shout out to you. I don't want to take too much responsibility off this guy because he is who he is. But who is his OG? Chase Claypool, who's his OG? He learned to be a pro from Juju Smith-Schuster. The original. NFL TikTok dancing dude. So he's got this he's got this ingrained in his culture, in his game at this point. So he's not even thinking about winning to the extent that he should. I still blame him. And for the record, I don't hate this TikTok stuff. Some of it's dumb, but it's fun. It's good for the league. I like it. I like the chaos it creates, especially people hating on Juju and people want to fight off this stuff, celebrating a lot. I like it. But when it's so up here that that's what you're thinking about, is being an entertainer instead of being a winner, that's a problem. And I would not put it past Mike Tomlin to bench this guy at least for a quarter. At least for a quarter. Speaking of benching, Urban Alert. Urban Alert. Urban Meyer spoke about the benching of starting running back James Robinson during last week's game against the Rams. Robinson fumbled on the second play for the Jags and sat for 20 plays after that. This is James Robinson. Sat for 20 plays after that. Urban's talking about the position coach did that. And you know what? I don't pay as much attention to detail. I'm not as meticulous. I'm not a helicopter coach like I used to be. What? That's what got you in the position to have this job. Do you know how much he micromanaged in Florida at Ohio State? And now you abandon that. What got you there is not what you're going to keep doing. The position coach. I don't want to hear that BS because you know why? He's watching the game. And you're telling, oh, I didn't really notice how many plays he was out. He's one of the best players on your team. Even your rookie quarterback says he's got to be out there. Now, this friction went into the week with other coaches and players, including Marvin Jones, who left the facility, had to be talked to come back. Urban is rubbing dudes the wrong way. I'll leave that joke alone. And this isn't a one-time thing. It happened last week. James Robinson fumbled last week, sat for 16 consecutive plays. Now, I get what he said when a player benches himself. You fumble, you got to sit. But for 16 plays, for 20 plays, who else you got? Urban doesn't respect this guy from the jump. First and foremost, James Robinson, most all-purpose yards from an undrafted rookie in NFL history. And what's Urban do immediately after that season last year? Drafts his replacement in the first round. So he clearly already doesn't respect this guy. And Travis Etienne from Clemson got hurt, so Robinson's still going, doing his thing, not a year like last year, but doing his thing. Oh, you didn't notice he was out there. The position coach will put him back in there. Putting on Bernie Parmalee, former Dolphin running back, by the way. But come on, man, Urban, you got to take responsibility for this. You got to say, we need our best guy in there. You're 2-10. You got to win these games. And now to my man. You know who it is. Gardner Minshew. Not of the Jags anymore. He got out of that situation. Not into toxicity. Bringing the party to Philly. He went 20 for 25. 242 and 2 touchdowns, filling in for Jalen Hurts last week in a dub against the Jets. The recency effect says, man, there's a lot of teams that could use this every week. I want this guy. Chat, tell me. Who's Gardner Minshew playing for next year? Do you see him as a backup? Do you see him as a starter? Let me tell you some teams. Pittsburgh, Washington, San Fran, the Giants, New Orleans, Atlanta, and Houston all have potential uncertainties at the quarterback position for next season. Do you really think that Minshew's on a short list? Let me tell you what I think. I think this guy is Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think he's a perpetual bridge. And that's no disrespect. This guy's got a little magic. Don't you think that Fitzmagic has the same sort of ring as Minshew Mania? It's the same vibe, man. I would love to see him successful. I love this guy. I just don't know if he can be more than a Heineke or a Fitzpatrick. We're always kind of looking for the next dude. But hey, I mean, Philly's doing that already with Jalen Hurts, right? My man, something clever again, talking about if Kirk Cousins can start in this league, Minshew has to have a shot somewhere. Kirk's having a good year. I think you're saying if Minshew gets the reps, he could do some things. I agree with you. For his career, he's 8-13. Pump the brakes. He played for Jacksonville. 39 touchdowns to only 11 interceptions. QB rating of 94.4. That's better than a lot of guys in this league right now, starting today. A lot of guys that are starting today ain't got a 94.4 for the career. Short career, short sample size. Minshew Mania is real, though. Let's see what he could do. It's going to be next year, though, because they're going back to Hurts. Going back to Hurts. I want to do a either or. Let me get comfortable. No, actually, no spoilers. I'm just going to throw it out. I'm just going to throw it out. 2 running backs. The running backs, y'all. Player A. This is both this season. This season. 173 carries to 107. 765 to 602. Who do you want on your team? Spoiler alert. These dudes are on the same team. Yo. These dudes are on the same team. Bing bong. So now you see where I'm going with this. If player B is more effective, and he's already getting these type of carries, player B needs more burn. Do the math. Do the math. This isn't a case of a backup getting a couple here and there, like a couple carries, and he goes off on them. Because if that's the case, it's like, thank you for the change of pace, but we got our guy, you come in to spell him. No, this guy's getting 38, player B is getting 38% of the carries. He's getting almost 40% of the carries and doing better than player A. So what that means is the Cowboys aren't really feeding Zeke like they used to. He's on portion control right now. Zeke's on a diet. Because this dude, Tony Pollard, has been eating all season. Showed flashes last season. This guy's legit. He's for real. So, do I go so far to say that this guy has to be the starter and Zeke, who's making all this money, beloved, sits on the bench? I'm not saying that. But if you're at a 40-60 split, can my man Tony get 60 in one game? And see what he does. And see what he does. This wasn't tricky. Cowboys Nation is up in here. They knew it was Zeke and Tony. They knew what it was. Zeke's been hurt the last couple weeks, though, right? Zeke's been hurt the last couple seasons, though, right? So what are you going to do? So I don't know if him being hurt means that's why Pollard's getting more usage, or if that's why Zeke's not having the same effect. He wasn't good last year. For whatever reason, he wasn't good. That's why Pollard showed you some things, and then he has upped the usage, and look with him now. You got to run with this guy. I'm not saying Zeke gets 20%. I'm not saying Zeke sits. I'm saying, can we get 50-50 real quick? Pollard was going off a couple games ago. Put Zeke back in. Didn't look so good. Cowboys not so hot. That's just me. That's just me. I'm going to go straight to game picks. Game picks. And we'll make them fast, too. When you see the warm-up symbol, when you see who's warming up, you see who's getting the dub. Who do you agree with? Who do you disagree with? We got some games. We got some games today. Cowboys at Washington. Dak's passer rating has been below 83 of the past 5 games. Heineke's passer rating has been over 110 the past 4 straight. I think there's a regression towards the mean. Gravitate back towards that. Dak will be outstanding. Heineke will play well, but leave some to be desired today. Cowboys got it. Jags at Titans. Jacksonville hasn't scored more than 17 in 6 straight games at this point. Trevor Lawrence hasn't thrown a single touchdown in 4 of the last 5 games. It's a mess down in North Florida. Seahawks at Texans. Houston is scoring 13.7 points per game. Not only is that the lowest in the league, that's the lowest in the league since 2012. Seattle's defense is trash, but the offense can score 14. Therefore, mathematically, I was a math major for 2 weeks. UConn. Therefore, Seattle got this one. Raiders at the Chiefs. On the flip side, the Chiefs defense, has been out of this world lately. Got them back into the thick of it. Shout out to the Chiefs defense, right? Andy Reid has got the Raiders number. 13-3. 13-3. 14-3. Let's make it 15. 15 today against the Raiders since he took over for the Chiefs. Saints at the Jets. I mean, the Saints lost 5 straight, but the Jets give up 400 a game. Taysom Hill's not throwing 4 picks again. Saints got it. Might be ugly. Falcons at Panthers. Both teams are 5-7. Atlanta can't score. Carolina's lost 7 of the last 9. Atlanta played the champs pretty well last week, though, so I got to give it to them with very little confidence. Ravens at the Browns. Cleveland's 0-4 this season when they fail to rush for 150. Imagine feeling like you got to rush for 150 to have a shot. Right? Yet, Baltimore keeps Nick Chubb in check his entire career. Lamar Jackson's passer rating's been under 90 for the last 6 games. MVP. But he's 5-1 in his career head-to-head against Baker Mayfield, so Baltimore will get it done today. Giants at Chargers. I mean, LA wins, loses, alternates every week. By that pattern, the Chargers should lose today. But the Giants are flying cross-country with a receiver and a running back, neither who scored in the past 3 games. Offense needs help. Jason Garrett's gone. No excuses here. Chargers at home. Lions at the Broncos. Detroit's record is a joke, but they're playing everybody tough since Halloween. The last 4 games, total, 4 games decided by 7 total points. 4 games. They've been right there. Lose by 1, lose by 2, tie. I think it's another close game. Broncos ain't going to blow them out. Teddy Bridgewater's not what he was early, not what he was last season. Broncos got it, though. It'll be close. San Fran has the most defensive penalties in the league, specifically defensive pass interference. Josh Norman has been hot garbage for the Niners. When he's targeted, he allows a 125.7 quarterback rating. So whoever he's covering is going to do some really great things. Since he's got 3 capable receivers, it might be a wrap. It might be a wrap. I hope they can pressure Joey football. Bills at the Bucks. The Bills travel to Tampa, and they can't stop the run, but the Bucks don't really run it anyway. They have a different approach to the running game. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs is going to be lethal, and I'll tell you why. The Bucks can't stop that elite receiver. They've seen 3 this season. Cooper Kupp, and then in the opener they saw CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper. Could not stop any of those guys. They all went for at least 99. All had about 6, 7, 8 plus catches. So it's best on best, and the Bucks DB is not getting it done against those guys. I think that happens again, but I think the Bucks, the credo all season is just outscore. Just outscore them. Defense bend but don't break. Let's outscore them. Sunday Night Football. Bears at the Packers. The Bears are going to Lambeau in mid-December. Monday Night Football. The Rams have actually won 8 of the last 9 against the Cardinals, but Arizona's a different animal this year. They spread the ball around. They have four receivers have over 400 yards. Nobody else is doing that. Shout out to Arizona. You know I love that receiver room. Since last year, I've been telling you. Since episode 1 and since this entire series. Chandler Jones and Marcus Golden can get to the quarterback, so I got Arizona in this one until they prove me wrong. Dan Casaza says the Bills are losing to the Pats in back-to-back weeks. Brady to Gronk. Trivia time. I'll only give you a second. Since 1988, every team in the league has reached the conference championship except for one. Who's that team? Who's that team? Since 1988, who's the only team who has not played in the conference championship game? One game from the Super Bowl. Since 88. I see Detroit. Was it the Bucks? I mean, the losingest franchise in the history of the game. Oh, wait, no, we got 2 rings since 88. We got 2 rings since the turn of the century. Hey, yo, Minnesota. Minnesota lost to Atlanta on that heartbreaker. Kicker didn't miss a single one all season. Randy Moss, Chris Carter. Best offense in the game. Bengals. I like that one. But I'm going to tell you what it is right now. Because we're getting here. The Houston Texans. The youthful. The young Houston Texans franchise. That's okay. Man, it's the 5-minute warning. Get your pizza situated. Get your wings situated. Get your jackfruit tacos situated. Get comfortable. Feel good about yourself. It's Self-Care Sunday. Watch your game. Watch all the games. I don't care what you do. Just feel good. You got 5 minutes to set your fantasy lineups. Don't be late like I was. Get that in order right now. You have 5 minutes to get in your picks for the DR Pick'em. Check out the store. If you pick more winners than we do on the DR team, you win a prize. All right? Listen. Real quick. I know we're running out of time. Something just like, every once in a while, something gets up here. You're great. And you know how when some people are successful, they say, they said I couldn't do it. They told me I'd never make it. That's movie stuff. Because in real life, who's they? Who's ever looked at you and said, you can't do that? Don't even try that. You'll fail. You're not good enough. It's you. It's the man or the woman in the mirror. It's us saying to ourselves, you can't do that. You can't approach someone who's that high quality. They see no quality in you. You can't go for that job. You shouldn't go back to school. You shouldn't try that, the career switch. Here's all the reasons why. It's you. You're the one saying that you can't do it. So in a world that's continuously telling us to be kind to others, be kind to yourself. You are your harshest critic, but nobody knows more than you what you're capable of. So go out there and kill it. Be great tomorrow. Be lazy today. Much love to everybody. Rest in peace to Demaryius Thomas. Happy first birthday to Kobe Alcide. Peace and love. Enjoy this football Sunday. I'll see you next week and every week of the NFL season, 12:30 p.m. Eastern on IG Live right here. Follow @Designated Report. This was the warm-up. Peace.